Keith, let's see what you think about this. Since you brought up Leonard Ellerby earlier, he, on Twitter, of all places, said Gervonta Tank Davis could be in an, I quote, big pay-per-view 147-pound fight. If you had to be the matchmaker, who would you put Tank in the fight with at 147 in October?
Sure.
At welterweight, too. And he said, quote, big pay-per-view fight. I'll help you while your mind works. You know a Floridian by the name of Andre Berto. Magically, he's appeared on the WBA rankings. After 4 years in activity, he's number 10 on the WBA right now today. Do you think Tank, who's about 5'6", right? Can he beat a 5'8"? I mean, you know Berto. Is he really 5'8" or is BoxRec lying?
Oh yeah, Berto's small. Berto, yeah, 5'8". I mean, shoot, do they even got me at 5'8"? Yeah, Berto's a little under that. You know, he's just probably got Tank by a little bit, and I got Berto by a little bit. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to put the height on him, but I would say, you know, I would say less than 5'8" is Berto's true height. At the end of the day, who big pay-per-view at 147? You know, that's interesting. That's interesting. I want to say Danny. You know,
I was hoping you throw your own name in there.
Well, I think I have yet to hear if that's the exciting news for me this weekend that I'm waiting upon. That would be a curveball from left field. But at the end of the day, you know, once something is proposed to me, I just got to sit down and look at it. I know that I'd be the bigger guy. I don't know how much. I've yet to really hear that kind of admiration out of Tank. I did hear some rumors that he wanted to be 147. I think last time you mentioned something along the lines of, I was a different homeboy of mine when I was working the presser out in California. He was telling me some rumors about Tank and some rumors about him and Thurman. So if those rumors I heard a month ago are starting to develop into real ideas for October, then so be it. But at the end of the day, I've yet to hear. My ears are still open, and we'll have to see, you know. But everything that Tank's been doing, he's been very exciting. He's trying to up his popularity. I heard his pay-per-view numbers did so ultimately, and I know that they want to make him a bigger pay-per-view star. So if he thinks, you know, getting through a good welterweight is going to do it, then let's see.
Well, welterweight division is known to be the most lucrative division outside of the heavyweights, and he is obviously the highest paid 130-pounder out here. Today is your first day thinking about that. I thought maybe you would say he's too small. So you think he can be legit because of what he did to
Pacquiao is too small. Everybody's too small when they're coming up from the lighter weights. We're gonna call them small. You know what I mean? Because they're smaller than. You know, you got greater than, lesser than. You know, big man moving down, a little man moving up. So when you come, the more you go up and up, if I'm double 2 weight classes, 3 weight classes above you, I'm always looking down like you're the little guy. But at the end of the day, little guy with a big pop, you know. I got beat by Pacquiao. Maybe the little package is a problem. Maybe it's not fun being in with these little packages, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, and maybe that's what he thinks. It's like, shoot, Pacquiao was able to do it, Floyd was able to do it, other lightweights were able to do it, and maybe that's Gervonta Davis's next move.
Would you be willing to do it in Atlanta? He's been selling out. I was there. That Barrios fight was insane. It's like little Vegas out there. They're trying to really be Vegas in Atlanta right now. Do you think Keith Thurman Tank has to be in Vegas?
I think Vegas would be better, but that's because of my fight history of understanding big fights in Vegas. I do understand that he's getting a big following out in Atlanta, but I think if the fight's really big, the boys out in Atlanta, they're gonna fly out to Vegas. You know what I mean? When you make a big fight, it entices people to travel to where the location is, regardless. You know, if we make it in Atlanta, it's just gonna be easier to pack the house. Where regardless of who's flying in from New York, who's traveling in from New Jersey, who's coming up from Florida, you know what I'm saying? And then who's coming from the West Coast to the East Coast to get a piece of that live action, you know? So like I said, at the end of the day, I think packing the house is not going to be a problem.
Will Eller be giving you that praise of the Pac-Man fight and you being the only welterweight or the only PBC fighter out of this generation's crop to do a successful 600,000 pay-per-views? Tank just did 215. Do you think that combination, you guys can get above that 600? You and him?
I think with the right promo, right, the whole promotional process, you know, maybe doing it really big in Atlanta could generate that, you know, but advertising a lot on the East Coast, because I'm from the East Coast. He's got that following on the East Coast. So I think we can grab some good numbers. So let's say I did 600 from the Pac fight. Let's say 300,000 of my followers, which is, you know, when I fought Jose Cito Lopez, we had over 3 million views. But at the end of the day, we had, you could take 10% and just say that if I got 3 million people watching me for free, that about 10% minimum will buy, right? You just do simple numbers. So that means that I carried 300,000 by myself, right? So I think we could get close to that number, you know? And I think with the right promoting, and us both being young and Tank, you know, stepping up, you know, we might be able to create enough excitement to exceed those numbers. I got a bigger following now, post Pacquiao fight. I haven't been able to perform and show it, but I know I got a bigger following because every time I go live on the IG, I'm getting love from Australia. I'm getting love from the Philippines. I'm getting love from all over the world, man. So I know that my following is out there, regardless of how much, you know, I really keep on all my social medias and things of that. People know when Keith Thurman fights, it's a great fight and it's worth tuning into, even if you got to come out of pocket.
Now, once upon a time, you called out BRUNO after your Jesus Soto Carras fight. Why do you think this would be different?
I never called out BRUNO.
After the Carras fight, I was there, Keith.
I never called out BRUNO. Why would I call out BRUNO when he just got beat that night by
Because you was
Marcos Maidana?
co-main event, champ. I got you on video. Believe me. I was in the back. You just had beat Carras. You set it into my camera, and then he lost after. Remember, you was co-main. I was there, San Antonio.
Did I say it before the loss?
You said it before. Yeah, because you were co-main. That's
But so you interviewed me before the loss.
Of course.
So all I was doing was belt hunting. All I was doing was belt hunting.
Well, I mean, it wasn't to bring up BRUNO as a fight. I'm bringing him up as the fact that you didn't get it. So do you think they'll give you?
No, I was going after the WBA. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, right? Mm-hmm. When I called out Paulie Malignaggi, I was going after the WBA. Then he lost to Broner. Thurman's still on the WBA. Then he lost to Maidana. Thurman still wants the WBA. Then he loses to Floyd. Thurman still wants the WBA. Then Floyd got elevated, and then they gave me the WBA. So I was always hunting. I was belt hunting at that time, right? Now I don't got a belt again, and I would love to belt hunt, but, you know, also putting on a great pay-per-view would also be just as rewarding for me as another world title match.